Hey mamas, this is Kelsey with Mom's Melanated Milk, and today we're going to be talking about breastfeeding and traveling. Recommendations for breastfeeding and traveling may vary depending on if mom is traveling by air or by road. Also, if baby is with mom or if mom is without baby. Breastfeeding and traveling might also look different for a mom who is bringing her baby to breast and latching her baby and an exclusively pumping mom. Whether you're traveling by road or air, with or without your baby, it's crucial that you prepare for the trip. And one thing you could do to prepare for your trip is to plan your breastfeeding or pumping schedule, as well as pack and prepare all of your breastfeeding essentials. So if you need your pump, you need to pack your pump. If you need your storage bags, you need to pack your storage bags, your cooler bags, anything you need to successfully breastfeed while you're traveling. I also recommend that moms pay attention to what they are eating and to try to avoid any foods that will make them gassy. That includes beans, any raw fruits or vegetables, carbonated drinks, because the last thing you want to do is travel with a gassy baby. Speaking of diet, you also want to make sure that you are still maintaining a well-balanced diet, eating from all of the food groups, whole grains, dairy, fruits, vegetables, protein, as well as staying hydrated. I know with the hustle and bustle of traveling, it's really hard to prioritize yourself as a person, but it's definitely key for you to maintain an adequate diet and an adequate hydration status. And like I always recommend in previous videos, eat while the baby eats. That's like the perfect time for you to enjoy your meal while you're feeding your baby. I recommend that if moms are traveling by air or by road, that you pack healthy snacks. You can bring snacks through TSA. So if you have enough time to prepare to go to the store and buy snacks to bring to the airport or bring on the road trip with you, and having those accessible for when you are feeding your child, that's always best. Instead of planning to stop and eat, it's always best to have snacks and easily ready to eat things that are high protein, high calorie, like nuts, fruit, protein shakes, anything. While we are on the topic of TSA, your breast milk is allowed through TSA security checkpoint in quantities larger than 3.4 ounces. This is crucial because mostly every other liquid is only allowed at maximum 3.4 ounces. However, you can transport your breast milk at larger quantities. You do have to inform the TSA agent that you are traveling with breast milk, and they will have to check your breast milk. At this point, you can ask that the TSA agent sanitize, clean their hands, put on gloves while they're handling your breast milk. But most of the time, they do have to check your breast milk, and they actually take the little thing that they have to swipe across your hands to make sure it's like no, I guess, drugs or anything on it. But you can wash them and you can tell them to handle your milk properly. You want to also make sure that you are following proper breast milk storage guidelines. You can only leave breast milk at room temperature for up to 4 hours. So if it is not possible for you to get your breast milk refrigerator or in a freezer, or store it on ice before that 4-hour mark, it might be more beneficial to just dump it, because you cannot feed it to your baby. I know some moms do like to get crafty and make different items out of their breast milk. However, it might be more of a hassle to store spoiled or transport spoiled breast milk. So although I'm not an advocate of pumping and dumping, it might be an option for you if you're traveling and don't have adequate storage for your breast milk. If you are traveling by road, it's recommended that you travel with somebody just so that navigating as a breastfeeding mom is just a lot easier for you to just not be focusing on like driving and the baby. However, that might not be the scenario for everyone. It will be recommended that you schedule your stops around your baby's feeding schedule. Typically babies are eating around every 2 to 3 hours, so that's how you should be planning your stops. I would actually plan my stops before they get hungry, so maybe about 15 to 20 minutes before they actually get hungry, so now you're not dealing with a fussy baby that you need to calm down, or a fussy baby that's in the car crying while you're driving or trying to get to the next rest stop. If you are traveling without your baby and you are expressing milk with an electric pump or a handheld pump or hand expressing, or however you are expressing milk, you want to express milk mimicking your baby's feeding schedule at home. Typically babies eat every 2 to 3 hours, but it is also recommended that you do not go more than 4 hours without expressing milk. And also, like I said earlier in this video, follow proper breast milk storage guidelines. If you are traveling with your baby, whether that be by air or by road, I recommend as a breastfeeding mom that you invest in a baby carrier or a baby wrap so that you can breastfeed hands-free. You don't need the stress of worrying about carrying your baby, carrying your luggage, having multiple things in your head. Just go hands-free with your baby. You can nurse hands-free. You can go to the store and pick out stuff, eat. You could do whatever you need to do while you're traveling with your baby. So I do encourage moms to go hands-free and get a carrier or a baby wrap while traveling with their child. If you would like more tips on breastfeeding and traveling, I recommend that you download my 170-page comprehensive breastfeeding guide. It is everything that I know about breastfeeding in a book. You can check it out on my website, which I will link in the description box below. Also in my links, you will also find the link to my Black Mom support group on Facebook, and I would love for you guys to join so that we can connect on a personal level. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I will see you in my next video.